Welcome to our presentation about grading for learning. The purpose of these presentations is to provide you with insight regarding the initiatives the staff at McFarland High School is working on in relation to grading for learning. It is our hope that this series of videos provides you with a basic understanding of what we are doing, why we are making changes, and where we plan to go in the future. So welcome. My name is Jeff Finstead, and it is my honor to be the principal at McFarland High School. McFarland High School has a reputation as a high-achieving school, and for good reason. The community support for all of our schools is nearly unmatched. The excellent staff is driven to ensure all students receive a high-level education and have created high expectations. Driven students at McFarland High School are not only pushing themselves to succeed in the classroom, but they are also willing to get involved in the community as well. Finally, our parents support the schools and want what is best for their child. By working together, we can create the high school that will meet your students' needs. We will create the best high school possible. The staff at McFarland High School is dedicated to researching and implementing best practices, as well as collaborating with one another to create common expectations and share instructional strategies. Our goal is to prepare our students for success after high school. It is with your support and working with the school that we will be able to reach this goal. Our initiatives are founded on 5 primary goals. We want to deliver a viable curriculum. It should not matter if your U.S. history teacher is Ms. Bazan, Mr. Levin, or Mr. Tui. The outcomes and expectations should be the same. The specific experiences in each class may be different, but the learning outcomes must be the same. This ensures students are prepared for the next class as well as life after high school. These teachers you see here will meet during common planning time to discuss the outcomes and review data to ensure students meet the established expectations. We also want to make sure we create consistency across the courses and the entire school. Grades should have the same meaning. We have worked diligently to come together to agree upon the definitions of grades, and here is our work. We have determined that some students are advanced. These students can demonstrate extended thinking. This type of student consistently demonstrates in-depth understanding of complex concepts and has the ability to apply academic knowledge and skills drawn from course standards in extended or new contexts. We also will have proficient students. Proficient students can think and reason strategically. This student consistently demonstrates understanding of core concepts and has the ability to apply academic knowledge and skills drawn from course standards in familiar contexts. We will have some students who perform at the basic level. Students who perform at the basic level have the skills and conceptual knowledge to solve problems and find solutions. This student demonstrates no major errors regarding the fundamental concepts, skills, and processes. This level serves as the foundation for attaining higher level learning. Some students will be at the minimal level. The student at the minimal level can recall or reproduce knowledge and/or skills. This student demonstrates partial understanding of core concepts, but demonstrates gaps in application and skill of knowledge and standards. This level serves as the minimal amount of understanding to be successful at the next level. We will also have students who perform at an insufficient level. This student displays no evidence of learning. Another one of our goals is to make sure we describe clear expectations of what students should know and be able to do. Students have the right to know what is expected. This includes the description of what is needed to earn each letter grade. We want to ensure grades accurately reflect student achievement. Grades should only include academic achievement and not behavior. Grades should be communication that is based on the expectations and the outcomes, and they should be consistent across the school. And finally, we should efficiently and effectively use feedback and assessment strategies that improve learning. Students will receive feedback that accurately describes their current level of understanding based upon the expected outcomes. Teachers will use assessments that accurately determine the level of understanding for each of these standards. We know that good feedback improves student learning. So in order to meet those needs, we need to create a culture of learning. The premise is that it is the right work that counts. Whether homework is graded or not, it is important that students do the work. Learning requires practice, much like a musician needs to rehearse, an athlete needs to lift weights, or an actor needs to memorize their lines. The key is to make sure the work is directly linked to the standards. It is also important for students to complete the work without a fear of failing or simply making a mistake that could lead to a loss of points. If students do the work, they are entitled to receive specific feedback that describes their current level of achievement as well as what needs to be done to grow. Risk is important. It is important that we create an environment where students can learn from errors. Success in general is based on the ability to not fear failure, but to grow from our mistakes. This creates resilient learners. Perseverance is a vital component of learning. This culture of learning also has a focus on learning what students should know and be able to do. The McFarland School District has identified critical thinking, creative thinking, and communication as the key essential learning outcomes. A culture of learning is based on these three skills. We will base our standards on these skills as well. We need to understand that there is no expiration date on learning and growth. Students should be encouraged to continue to grow and learn. We need to understand that students learn at different rates and may require additional instruction to meet our expectations. A culture of learning provides students the opportunity to continually grow and learn at a pace that meets their needs. So our focus is we should support student learning through effective grading and assessment practices. Student expectations will be presented in a clear and understandable way. Students will be fully aware of what they should know and be able to do. We will also provide specific feedback describing the current level of achievement. Feedback will be specific, will be related to the stated expectations. Feedback will describe what needs to be done to grow. And finally, based upon the current level of achievement, will we create a system of interventions and enrichments to meet the needs of every student. Thank you for taking the time to view this first presentation. If you have further questions, please feel free to contact a teacher, administrator, or attend one of our parent universities. You can also visit the McFarland High School website by going to the district website, going to our school, going over to McFarland High School, and down to Parent University. Clicking on Parent University, you will see in the right-hand side Parent University Resources. It is here that we will upload our presentations, supply you with links to other resources that you could research on your own. We truly appreciate your work and thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation.